as the cafe was closing on a warm summer night. Kathy was cleaning the spoons. The radio played the hit parade, and I hummed along with the tune.
On the first album, one of my very favorite songs, and I learned much later in life that it was also one of his favorite songs, was Far From Me, that very country song.
I like that he likes that. I didn't know that was one of his favorites. I would have guessed that in like the sadder ones like Summer's In, you could just feel it when he sang it, that the emotion was always there. He makes you feel like you're not in the world alone, you know, 'cause every experience, he's not afraid to go into any of them.
So this song is drawn from a childhood experience in the Chicago suburbs. Prine is basically detailing the heartbreak of his first breakup, like with his very first girlfriend. Again, it's drawn from everyday life, everyday people, which is a Prine signature. But I love this song. I think it is like an Edward Hopper painting. You know, it's sort of like this lonely Americana. And yeah, I think it's drawn pretty directly from his experience with this girl that he broke up with.
This song here, I kind of wrote about this, the first girl that ever broke my heart. You know, that'll make a songwriter out of you right away, you know. She gave me my ring back and told me that she thought maybe it needed some work done on it. And I believed her.
Yeah, this was a girl that worked, there was a little restaurant on 5th and Madison that he used to go to and get burgers. And she worked there. And he developed quite a crush on her. And then she dumped him. And that song, I mean, what guy hasn't been dumped by a girl that he got a crush on? And it's perfect. I mean, anybody can relate to that thing. She still laughs with me, but she waits just a second too long. Great line.
While we used to laugh together and we danced to any old song. Well, you know, she still laughs with me, but she waits just a second too long. And the sky is black and still now on the hill where the angels sing. Ain't it funny how an old broken bottle looks just like a diamond ring? But it's far, far from me.
And the sky is black and still now on the hill where the angels sing. Ain't it funny how an old broken bottle looks just like a diamond ring? That image is also drawn from the western suburbs. Prine talks about as a kid, he would go to a nearby junkyard and sort of break bottles just for fun, kind of messing around as a boy. And then there were also this effect in the sidewalks in the area. The concrete would sort of sparkle because it had some sort of element in it that made it kind of look like a series of diamond rings. So that's where that comes from. And so, yeah, it's just this amalgamation of all of these boyhood feelings and experiences dropped into just a really profound song.
First time I heard that song, I thought, my God, John, you've written the absolutely perfect country song. I can hear George Jones doing that song. And many years later, I said to John, how come George never did that song? And he says, we shopped it to him, and he came back and said it had too many words.
At times, you know, he was writing those like standard country songs, and he could, you know, songs like that. And like I was saying, Unwed Fathers, where it's like, you could hear someone with a voice like Merle Haggard singing those songs, but, you know, he did it so effortlessly. And, you know, I think too, it's like he never limited himself on what was going to be on an album, because you would have a song like Donald and Lydia next to Far From Me, and it's like, all right, this could be sung kind of by almost anyone in Nashville.
It's got this fantastic pedal steel in it that was Leo LeBlanc. And he said, we got to get a pedal steel in this. And they had no idea what the hell a pedal steel was. This was out of the picture. And so they I don't know how they found it, but they got Leo LeBlanc and he came in, and that's his steel playing is one of the things that really works in that song.
We didn't know how to play country music when we were down in Memphis or the Nashville sound. You know, we had not a clue what they were doing. We had to learn it when we got here, but it was totally different than the way we did records in Memphis.
Yeah, that pedal steel player is Leo LeBlanc, and he wasn't part of the Memphis Boys. He was a hired gun. He was a guy that had just come to the area from Bakersfield, actually. And I think Arif Mardin brought him in thinking like, okay, well, this is a signature of country music, right? Let's try this. It was kind of an experiment, but I think it's beautiful.
Well, I started the engine and I gave it some gas. Kathy was closing her purse. Well, we hadn't gone far in my beat up old car, and I was prepared for the worst. Will you still see me tomorrow? No, I got too much to do. Well, a question ain't really a question if you know the answer to